Well, if you would this evening, turn to a very exciting text. That is 1 Corinthians chapter 15. We'll be looking at just a few verses, verses 50 through 58, concluding this chapter, this glorious chapter, in Paul's letter to the Corinthian church. I was reminded as I read these words this week about climax in literature or productions or other things. My wife and I watched a musical last night, and of course the apex of a musical production is always the song that lets out all the emotions and resolves all the problems of the show. And so at that point, as the characters sing that particular song, that is where the expression comes out the most. In literature, it's called the climax. Here in 1 Corinthians, it is the victory song. After addressing all the problems, addressing all the questions of the Corinthian church that he was inspired to address, getting to the heart of the matters in the church, he came to this chapter, which was the climax of the letter speaking of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and then these verses 50 through 58, form the wonderful mountaintop experience of this letter. Follow along as I read. I tell you this, brothers, flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, nor does the perishable inherit the imperishable. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last.